and he wanted to do something to help the fight against Alzheimer's, to help next generations.
But what we have found as diagnostic procedures and our ability to diagnose the disease has gotten much better. We're finding more and more people who are affected well below the age of 65. We call that early onset or young onset.
My brain worked like buckshot. You could splatter all the information and instantaneously my brain would poof, make sense of it. And that process got slower.
Well, we've been married 25 years. We met in New York and moved. I'm originally from Boston. We moved back to Boston for a while and we bought a house and all the things that couples do.
And I kept telling people, the doctors, that I thought it was Alzheimer's, and they all said no, couldn't possibly be.
She had an appointment on the east side in the city, and she had taken public transportation there. And came out to the street, intersection and such, and didn't know where she was. It frightened her, very much so.
She would stop, she would talk, and then literally stop, and couldn't get a trace of what she wanted to say.
My memory is still pretty good. I mean, for an Alzheimer's patient, it's pretty good. But for me, it's really bad. I mean, I lost a lot.
And she's 51. And just sat there for a moment, pounding on the wheel. We get home, get out of the car, didn't say anything, and we just hugged and cried. We've been at it ever since. Not hugging and crying, laughing and, meeting the challenge, but rough times.
But for the Alzheimer's people, we started going, when she first moved here, we went to their meetings right away because I said, we have to know how to deal with this.
The Alzheimer's Association, I think, is the premier source of help and hope and support for families. We have three parts of our mission. The first, of course, is to fund research so that we can find the answers to this disease, and I think much of the research that the association has funded has provided all that basic bench science that we really needed to know about this disease that can then lead to treatments.
And when the results came back, and he called me in for results, he couldn't even look at me. He handed me the paper with the diagnosis, and that was it.
We wanted to get this, not her. We had our life. I'm 81, he's 82.
I should be taking care of my parents. No, they shouldn't be taking care of me.
The most popular voice in the history of Chicago radio is silent tonight. WGN radio personality Wally Phillips, the one-time undisputed king of morning drive radio, died Thursday after a 5-year battle with Alzheimer's disease.
It is one of my biggest regrets that this didn't happen before he passed away, because he would have been an awesome grandfather.
With all of his grandkids, I think he would have. I'm sorry he never got to see them, get to meet them, because he was a wonderful man.
If I could think about a human being that would teach them how to be human beings, it would be him.
Oh, he would have adored her. She's so much.
In heaven.
Yes, he is in heaven.
Radio is people. Radio is people. A reflection of life. A reflection of life. Good and bad. Good and bad. Comedy and tragedy.